Adam Silver has found himself in some serious hot water over the management of the WNBA, and is they faking rating?
Adam Silver just found out the hard way. You never, ever mess with Caitlin Clark's spotlight. What started as a harmless interview turned into a full-blown PR meltdown faster than a blown ref call in overtime. And now, you're not going to believe this. Reports are saying he's practically begging Caitlin to stick around after her massive offseason deal sent shockwaves through the entire league. So here's the real question. Should the WNBA be apologizing to her or thanking her for keeping them relevant? Think about it. Silver probably woke up expecting a chill week, right? A couple of interviews, some feel-good talk about growth and progress, maybe a few buzzwords to make investors happy, and then back to business as usual. Except this time, he walked headfirst into one of the biggest PR disasters the WNBA's had all year. And calling it a mess might be putting it nicely, because the second he opened his mouth about Caitlin Clark, everything went downhill at record speed.
Adam Silver is laying the what? Law down, bruh. He's coming with the gavel one. Order in the court, bruh. That's what type of time Adam Silver is on. And I'm also here to tell you, he definitely is making waves and trying to possibly get none other than Cathy Engelbert up out of here. Now, we know Cathy has been on record time and time again stating that, she has been single-handedly the growth.
He stepped out and started talking about the crazy nonsense of a civil war that's going on between Iron Man or Iron Woman, Cathy Engelbert, and Captain America, Nafisa Collier.
If you made it this far, you're definitely part of the Court Queen's squad. So like the video, comment your thoughts, and hit subscribe. We've got more WNBA stories coming that you won't want to miss. So let's hit rewind for a second. Silver sits down with NBC News, supposed to be a calm, polished chat about leadership, expansion, and how amazing the league's future looks. You know the type. All corporate smiles, all the right buzzwords. But somewhere between historic growth and player empowerment, he suddenly decides to talk about the real problems inside the WNBA. And then boom, he says the quiet part out loud. The WNBA doesn't just have economic issues, it has relationship issues. That line hit harder than a flagrant foul. Because in plain English, he just confirmed what fans have been screaming all season. This league is broken from the inside out. Within minutes, social media exploded. Silver probably thought he was being honest, but honesty in PR? That's like lighting a match in a fireworks warehouse. Players started side-eyeing him. Fans lost it. The internet crowned him the guy who finally admitted the WNBA is in chaos. And the thing is, he's not wrong. The WNBA's problems are stacking up faster than Caitlin Clark's three-point highlights. You've got players calling out refs every week, executives dodging interviews, and Cathy Engelbert somewhere pretending everything's just fine. But when Silver dropped that relationship issues line, it sounded like he threw Cathy straight under the bus. And honestly, he kinda did. It was like listening to a boss realize one of his employees broke the company printer. Now he's trying to fix it without firing anyone. He even tried to soften the blow first, praising her for historic growth. And then in the next breath added, "We still have relationship issues with players." So which is it, Adam? Rocket ship growth or total disconnect? You can't brag about record success while players are out here threatening a lockout on Twitter.
NBA Commissioner Adam Silver says Caitlin Clark has set the world on fire. Silver didn't reveal much about their brief conversation, but his admiration for Clark's achievements couldn't have been clearer. Speaking on FanDuel Sports Network, he said Caitlin Clark set the world on fire, not just this community. And it's easy to see why, from dominating college basketball at Iowa, where her famous number 22 jersey was retired, to becoming the first overall pick in the 2024 NBA draft. Clark has been on...
Now, before we get into this whole apology tour, let's stop and remember why Silver's comments hit such a nerve. It's simple. Caitlin Clark isn't just another player. She's the player. She's the engine dragging the WNBA into mainstream attention right now. Every time she steps on the court, ratings explode. Every time she speaks, social media trends go crazy. She could literally sneeze and sports blogs would write 5 think pieces about it. That's her level of impact. She's not just a star. She's a one-woman marketing department.
Just own up and step down. I believe that's what should happen. Cathy needed to just walk away. We're going off into the sunset. Well, the half-bright sunset, I should say, because it ain't going to be a good goodbye. But I feel like at this point, she going to have to step down. Stephen A. Smith said it last week, and I'm saying it right now.
Silver's had to come in and say, hold up. You stay right there. You stay right there. I got to break up all this fighting and all this foolishness going on. Adam Silver has had to insert himself to make sure that there's no strike, no lockout, and to ensure that there is a 2026 WNBA season with future plans to also head to China. We got an ESPN article breaking down all the issues in the CBA in which the players have issues with and things that have to be straightened out with Kathy Engelberg. Let's get right into it.
So when Silver gave that big leadership interview and kind of downplayed Caitlyn's insane influence, fans took it personally. They felt like he was biting the very hand that's feeding his league new life. And honestly, they're not wrong. Here's what was brewing behind the scenes. Caitlyn had just signed another massive offseason speaking deal, rumored to be worth $500,000 per appearance. She's literally printing money without even touching a basketball. Meanwhile, the league's out here trying to convince everyone it can thrive without her. Silver called it rocket ship growth, but fans weren't buying it for a second. Because the numbers? They don't match the narrative. That same week, reports claimed the WNBA Finals ratings had doubled. Except, here's the plot twist. Nielsen changed how they count viewership this year. They started including bars, airports, and random hotel TVs. So sure, the ratings looked higher, but only because they moved the goalposts. It's like saying you got taller because you started wearing heels. Fans saw right through it. They called it smoke and mirrors. The league trying to pretend Caitlyn isn't the main event. Then came Silver's relationship issues comment, which made it all worse. It sounded like he was protecting Kathy Engelbert instead of his players. Especially the player who literally caused those so-called record ratings. Within hours, hashtags blew up. Hashtag apologize to Caitlyn and hashtag WNB mess were trending. Even neutral fans were posting stuff like, how can you brag about growth when your players don't even trust you? And they had a point. Players are exhausted. Nneka Ogwumike's been calling out leadership on national TV. Sophie Cunningham's hinting at a lockout. Candace Parker even said Adam Silver texts her more than her own commissioner. That's wild. Candace literally said Silver congratulated her on her baby, her retirement, and her Amazon deal. And Kathy, total silence. You could hear a pin drop. Even Sabrina Ionescu said she's got a better relationship with Adam than with her own boss, which shouldn't even be possible. So yeah, when Silver gave that growth speech, fans already knew the truth. The PR polish couldn't hide the cracks anymore. Then came the viral clip, him saying the problems were personal. Translation? Everyone behind the scenes hates each other. It's like a corporate family dinner. Fake smiles on the surface, food fights under the table. And just when it couldn't get worse, he mentioned Caitlin Clark again, trying to sound neutral, but it was obvious he was pretending she isn't carrying the entire league on her back. The internet wasn't having it. Comments flooded in. Bro, you better beg Caitlyn to come back. Shis your ratings. Talking about historic growth without mentioning Caitlin Clark is like pretending Taylor Swift didn't sell out her own tour. It got ugly fast. And Silver knew it. He's one of the most polished commissioners in sports. This was a rookie PR mistake. Now insiders say he's quietly doing damage control, calling Caitlyn's team, and trying to smooth things over. Translation, apology tour. Apparently, he told her his words were misinterpreted, and that he values everything she's done. He even floated the idea of involving her more in league decisions, which, let's be real, is basically begging her not to walk away. Because if Caitlyn ever decided to step back, that's game over. Attendance tanks. Merch sales drop. TV ratings nosedive. She's not just a player, she is the WNBA's marketing department, PR team, and fan base all in one. And that's the crazy part. Silver's not even in control anymore. Right now, Caitlin Clark's the boss, and he just realized it way too late.